So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. Shoots! Pele finds himself offside. And it's Messi. Now it's Pele. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. McKennie. Chance here to counter. Now it's Pele.
Here's a man, Peter, that inspired so many and always said that success is no accident. It takes hard work and perseverance.
How he epitomised. He's having a shot! And he couldn't finish.
Yeah, it was still a really positive move, though, Peter, to get the runner through like that. It's great coordination.
Zanetti gets across to intercept that. Zanetti. McKennie. So, Jim, what have you made of what we've seen so far?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Well, they've got it back in a hurry. And it's Messi. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And this is Adriano. He's found a way through. Messi. Pele! Goal! Brazil! And Brazil take the lead. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Brazil are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Brazil have fired themselves in front.
Yeah, but
and the shot! And the keeper could only will that wide of the post.
Well, I think the defence are breathing a big sigh of relief here. He really spanked that, and it wasn't far away at all.
Pele. McKennie. And here's Messi.
Brazil really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Always onto this. Dida breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. Messi. Neymar. Oh, that's fabulous. Shot a goal! Threads one in. That's been slipped through. And he's lost his man here. Oh, there's the shot! Now, who's going to be first to this? And a terrific save from the keeper.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And we have our very first corner. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. That's going to go a long way. He is through here. Crosses it in. That's a decent clearance. Pele conjures time and space where few can. And it's McKennie. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Messi going face-to-face with his great rival. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. McAllister knocks it into space. Elects to... Oh, great leap! Firm header, just off target.
And he did so well to get himself there. What a good effort.
Poorly directed kick from the keeper, he's given it away.
Brazil truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time. Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Marcelo, pass somewhat off target. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run.
And it's Luis Suarez! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Suarez actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Eder Militao is there, and he can get that clear. Hangs in across. Eder Militao getting this one clear.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
It's a promising position. And that's an excellent interception. Adriano, never out of the action for very long. He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, there's a probing ball. And it's Marcelo. McAllister. Zanetti clears. Some resolute defending there. And that brings the first half to a close. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Brazil currently behind by 1-0 at the break.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second. The second period is on the way.
Well, I think in these circumstances it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Edmilson. Looking for the run.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Marcelo, he's picked his way through. And this is Adriano. Delivered low. And that was very necessary. Cafu has it in a wide position. It's their second corner of the game. And it's hoisted clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Pelé, and he's picked it up out wide. Oh, that's a fine interception. And he's heaved it away. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Brazil still behind thanks to that solitary strike. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Nice control. Chance to deliver. And that has been knocked clear. Tries one from range. It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Oh, and that one's done no damage in the end.
Edmilson really looked as though he had chosen correctly then, and yet we quickly realised he hadn't.
And it's McAllister. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And that's another good win of the ball. Edmilson. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
We've not seen much from this team as a whole, Peter. OK, that's largely due to the way their opponents have approached it, but they can up their game considerably, and I mean considerably.
And the shot! And that's a sharp finish! Brazil are back in business! So smooth, a signature finish.
What about the pass, Peter? It was played so intelligently, and he picked out the perfect target.
Brazil restore parity.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
McAllister is the team's great visionary. Quality ball. Neymar tries to pass it through. Messi. McAllister, well read, nice interception. Neymar currently being consciously targeted.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind him up in the process, Peter.
Messi, ambitious ball here, floated through. Dida gets his hands on it and the danger is averted.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Whistle's gone, that's a foul. And it's Maradona. Roberto Carlos. Can he get it through? Great vision. And it's been played through. Oh, he's been caught napping. And he can clear it away. Zanetti. Searching pass he's played there. Oh, easy pickings there. Oh, can he get onto this? Marcelo. Looking tidy in possession here. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be.
Messi must have made the worst possible choice there. It was crying out to be released left.
And they can counter here. Played into space. Messi on a serious charge here. It's a sweeping cross. And he's cleared it out of harm's way.
Substituição no time do Brasil. Camisa 6, camisa 17, camisa 22, camisa 2.
Now it's Alvarez. Eder Militao with the clearance.
Camisa 15, camisa 18.
Marcelo has it out wide and in space.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Foram indicados 2 minutos de acréscimo.
2 minutes to be added on. That's a good run down the left. It's gone out for a throw-in. That's really well manoeuvred. And we're done. So it is something for both, but ideal for neither. Both parties having to settle for what they get and hope for better in the weeks ahead. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, Peter, I suppose it's something. Not ideal for either side, of course, although if you look at the overall balance of things, neither did enough to win this, and I think the result is quite fair.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So we're very much on the way now.
I'm sitting here wondering, Peter, what Roberto Donadoni's main role is going to be. One of Italy's greatest ever wingers. He can run and beat defenders. We've seen that all so often. And he can get from box to box if needed.
Yeah, well, he does have an extraordinary work rate and extraordinary energy levels too.
Yeah, and he's got the intelligence to strike the perfect balance between the two.
Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Eto'o. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Now it's Haaland. Tries to pass it through, and this is Hullet. There's the shot!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Now that looks a decent ball. He is through here. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Very early stages, Jim, but anything up to now that's of note?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Really well cleared. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. And it's Makalele. And here's Shevchenko. Zanetti is onto this. Decent chance! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Taken back almost at once. Zanetti. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. And that is out of play. Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. That is good alertness. Nesta is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. Neymar. He is just caressing the ball. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Now it's Shevchenko. Great vision. Space for him to turn and look. That's put paid to the danger. It's a promising position. Played back in. And he gets rid in a hurry. And he cuts out the supply. And here's Neymar. Tries to play it through. Cross to the back post. And he thumps it clear. Zanetti. Makaleli. Can he get on the end of this? Delivered low. And that's the keeper's ball. Donatoni. Alvarez. Yaya Toure. And he's going to be disappointed with that. Oh, a delicate chip through. Eto'o touches it back. And here's Eto'o, steaming on goalwards. And that is well cleared. All the way back. And a goal here just before half-time could mean a great deal. Zanetti. Alvarez. And they can counter here. Now it's Donatoni. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Well, that pass isn't the best. Zanetti. No, it's come to nothing. And that's going up front in a hurry. And the pass is intercepted. That's destined for the flank. Costa Curta. They get a throw in. And he's managed to gift it back. Shevchenko, who needs just... And that signals the end of the first period. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Well, I think from the manager's viewpoint, Peter, he'll be demanding more from his team during the break, but he'll at least be happy at the way they've contained the opposition so far.
Still waiting for this to take off. It's goalless at half-time. So right back into the action.
Milan clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
And it's Hullet. Nice bit of trickery. He's got away. He slings it in. Nice and easy for the goalkeeper. And here's the chance to counter. Zanetti. Oh, no joy this time. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Zanetti. And that was nowhere near his best. Shevchenko. Hullet looking for the chance to skim one in from range. Showing good feet. Oh, important interception. And he's there to get it away. Threads... And he shoots! Superb goal! Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Well, you've always got to have players that are willing to make the runs. And when you keep plugging away, that will happen.
Milan have penetrated for the first time.
Well, talk about the perfect start to the second half.
Oh, what has happened here? Donatoni, he's rising! That's a fair try, but just off target.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
Now it's Haaland. Now he's got space here.
Incentive set and incentive met. Now they've got to take it on another level.
Well, momentarily the situation was perilous, but his alertness has saved the day.
Well, what can you say about that? Just about everything was stacked against him, and he still came through.
Eto'o is flagged offside. Strasbourg appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Can he get it through? Costa Corta. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
There's a lot of football still to be played, Peter, so ideally they need to maintain an attacking endeavour.
And it's Bale.
Such good technique.
Oh, that's fabulous. And he was quick to react. Ferdinand wins the duel this time. And here's Shevchenko. Eto'o. Zanetti has it out wide and in space. Akanji did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Great defending, strong and determined. Right, Shevchenko.
That's positional goals, the utilisation of space.
Big shot! And that's a tiny finish. 2 up now, and they are cruising. Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
That's what he lives for, Peter. Not a lot more to add.
Changement. Le numéro 5.
The two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time. Milan are doing very nicely, thank you.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
Le numéro 20. Le numéro 25. Le numéro 23.
Oh, that's neat. Well read, and the danger is averted. It's net! Now, who's going to be first to this? Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. Vitz, and that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Eto'o. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Rice ended up in no man's land. Looking to play him in, and that could set him on his way. And he's managed to get free. Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. Oh, good spread. Yamal showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Oh, well played, well played. Knocks it into space. Shot could be on. Ah, that's a fine interception.
A beautifully policed...
Oh, he's having a go! Again, a brilliant save. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Right, Shevchenko. That's crossed. Shot a goal! Defending of the desperate variety. And the referee brings it to a close. It's a super show all round, both sides doing their best to impose themselves, but one evidently, undeniably better equipped than the other. Shevchenko, voted man of the match, and deservedly so. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
I think we just saw a team winning by playing to their strengths. There was a clear picture of what they set out to do, and the players were determined to deliver it, and they did.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening.